Hello, my name is Cheyenne and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how I created this abstract look inspired by Sheesh to Polish. She is a celebrity manicurist. I first tested out figuring out what colors I was going to be using and just slightly changing the design. Then I went in with my base coat, and this is KB Shimmer's Feeling Groovy base coat. This is what I've been using probably since November, and my bottle is about halfway empty. I've really been enjoying this base coat, so I'm definitely going to grab some more in the future. Next, I'm going to be adding Tentacool from Linbee's Designs on my thumb, middle finger, and pinky. This was an exclusive polish that I grabbed at Polish Pickup. This is my first time using Linbee Designs, and I was pretty impressed with the coverage. It wasn't really streaky, and it was pretty easy to work with. I ended up doing 2 coats here, but I probably could have done a third if I wanted the color to be super deep. I'm doing my second coat now, and as you can see, this color gets really punchy. While it is super pretty and shifty in person, I feel like on camera it has an extra glow to it. Since this is a new polish to me, I did like the idea of leaving at least one finger on both hands without any designs on it so I can admire the polish. Next, I'm going in with Bluebird's Dress of the Canines. This has been featured a lot because it is one of my favorite polishes right now. It is this oxblood red with reflective glitters in it. I'm going to go in and add a organic blobby design. I started with my middle finger because I had accidentally bonked it onto something, and having that little dent in my polish was really annoying me, so I had to go in and create a design on this nail first. I'm starting by creating a line sort of on the middle of my nail, and then I'm going to be building a shape to kind of create a bulb-like design on the bottom. I really love mix-matchy abstract designs like this because it's much harder to hide any flaws, or just you can just have fun with it and you don't have to worry about making everything look super perfect. Next, I'm going to go in and add a short line at the base of my nail. After adding that line, I'm just going to add one more along the edge of my nail on the left side. I want to note that this nail was probably most accurate to my reference photo. After this point, I start to kind of change up the design a little bit because this is based off of a gel manicure. So I had to get a little bit more creative with those 3D elements. Before I put my top coat on, I then went and I started painting my thumb design, but I'll just show you how I applied my top coat here. I like to paint a few nails at a time just to give the opportunity for top coats to dry, but also so I have a lower risk of bumping a wet nail into something. Alright, now we're going to move on to the thumb. This design is kind of similar to one I did recently, my beetle nails design. Just going to change it up ever so slightly. Since Sheesh to Polish did not have a picture of what the thumb design looked like, I took some creative liberties, and I feel like I had kind of a vibe for her style. So we're starting by creating a line down the middle, and then we're going to be adding these arched shapes at the tip of the nail. Again, kind of similar to that beetle design I did, except I'm just rounding out those angles. While I do this, I really want to stress something I talked a little bit about earlier in this video, and that is just testing out your design ahead of time. There has been quite a few occasions where I haven't tested something before painting it on my nails, and then I don't like how the colors combine together. So I highly recommend always testing out the colors that you want to use to make sure that they pair nicely. Sometimes they might layer weird, or they just don't pair well together and they don't complement each other. If you're going to put so much time into painting your nails, might as well do it right the first time with colors that you're going to for sure like. I probably did have colors that better matched my reference photo, but these kind of were similar, and I just was really excited to try out Tentacool. Next, I'm going in with Sands of Neptune. This is one of Mooncat's polishes that I got with, I think, my first order back in 2022. I'm going in with my largest dotting tool. I want to make the largest dot possible, and this is actually going to take a little bit of finagling because this polish is thick. And yes, I know I need to get nail polish thinner. I have gotten a comment about it, but I am lazy and I'm waiting to just place a giant KB shimmer order when my clear coat runs out, which is luckily soon. I'm just gonna go in with a small dotting tool to just clean up the edges a little bit, just drag the polish around. In Sheesh Polish Designs, she has a lot of 3D metallic gems that she puts on her nails, so I'm just gonna try to create a similar vibe here. Once I was satisfied with that, I went in with a medium-sized dotting tool with Dress to the Canines and just dotted that right in the center. And this nail was almost done, just had to add my top coat. That blue shimmer really pops once you add that clear coat over the top. By the way, I did the same design on my other hand, but I just swapped the fingers that the designs were on. Next, I'm going in with Cirques Odette. I feel like I've been using it a lot lately and I'm probably not going to stop. I love using this color as a base color because I feel like some light pinks tend to make my skin look dirty, but I think this one kind of complements my skin tone. I'm going in with 2 coats just to build up some of the opacity. Next, I'm going to go in with Sands of Neptune and I'm going to be creating these unsymmetrical lines, I guess. They're going to be in staggering length along the edge of my nail. In the original design, they use these gold bar glitters, I think they are, to create this look, but I'm just changing it up to work for me and what I have. You might have noticed that my skin probably looks a little bit dry, and at this point I had taken a break to go take a shower and I guess it dried out my skin. I don't like to add cuticle oil or nail oil to my skin if I'm planning to paint my nails because I don't want that oil to get between the layers of the nail polish and then cause it to chip faster. Next, I'm going to be going in with my largest dotting tool again and create a large circle in the corner of my nail. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are shaking their head at me for just not buying nail polish thinner because it would make this so much easier, but I'm just stubborn. Next, I'm going to be going in with a medium-sized dotting tool with some more Dress to the Canines to create that jewel-like design, and then added my top coat. You might think, doesn't that nail look a little bit different now for some reason? And that's because it's the first time that I went in to apply a top coat. My design wasn't dry enough to apply the top coat to, and I ended up streaking the design across my nail, and I redid it. Always wait to put your top coat on if you can. Now we're almost done. We're going to be doing one more design. I'm going to be putting 3 dots with my large dotting tool along the edge of my nail. In the original design, Sheesh Polish did put dots along the center of her nail with these large spheres, but I don't have that, so dots are going to have to suffice. And I kind of thought that if I did these dots down the center of my nail like hers, it just didn't look right to me when I tested it out, so I tried putting the dots along the edge and I thought it ended up looking much cleaner. It was really easy for me to keep a straight line by just following the edge of my nail. I feel like if I was to try to do this design straight down the middle, I'd be worried about it going slightly off center or the dots not lining up completely. After I was done with that, I went in and I added 2 small dots, kind of following the original design. Almost done with this manicure. In the home stretch, I went in with Dress to the Canines and added these red dots on the circles. Sheesh Polish didn't have something like this in her design, but because this is a 2D design versus a 3D design like hers, I just felt like it needed a little something extra. Going in with my final top coat. Now I went back and I looked at the full length clips of me painting my nails, and this is coming as a surprise, but I might have finished this design in about an hour. Am I getting faster, or was this design just super easy to do? Anyways, what do you think of this design? It's a little different. It's a little abstract. I think it's cool. But yeah, let me know in the comments and I'll see you all next time. Bye!